A time where you ain't see me without Tank, or you ain't see Tank without me. But what happened was, what I think what happened was, he just like, damn, bro. I feel like he look up to me so much. It's like I let him down, cause he know, cause he's somebody that really know like what I can do and how good I am.
Cards. Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinski scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scores about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Adrien Broner wasn't in training camp with John Davis for his fight against Lamont Roach, but he still had plenty to say. His comments weren't meant as an attack on Davis, whom he often refers to as his little brother, but rather as a dose of harsh truth. Broner acknowledged that Tank has grown somewhat weary over the years, which ultimately led to his unexpected retirement announcement in December.
Like right now, me and Tank, like, it's weird because he loved me to death. He know I love him to death, but we don't talk every day how we used to, nigga.
He claimed that Tank's fight against Frank Martin showed signs of weariness, something that was never present in him before. To Broner, Tank has had an impressive career that justifies any struggles he may be facing now. Even if age or fatherhood is starting to take a toll, he has already accomplished enough. Broner then made perhaps the most controversial statement from any supporter of John Davis, asserting that he scored Tank as the winner of the fight against Lamont Roach. He further added that Roach didn't do enough to truly take that victory from Davis. This is just the latest in a long history of Davis not taking his professional boxing career as seriously as he should. Nearly 8 years ago, before his fight against Francisco Fonseca, which served as the co-main event for Floyd Mayweather vs. Conor McGregor, the second highest grossing fight card, Davis missed the grand arrivals during fight week. He repeated this same mistake during last year's clash against Frank Martin, where he was the headliner. Additionally, Davis failed to make weight for his bout against Fonseca.
You won't get too much on paper, but shit, I damn sure thought I had it. Especially when they announced the score for him, I was like, oh, they gonna give me a split decision win.
He has also faced legal issues, including a 44-day incarceration in 2023 after violating the terms of his house arrest. Additionally, in May 2023, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation. Davis is an exceptionally talented boxer with remarkable punching power for his height and weight. However, after recently discussing the possibility of retirement he nicknamed Tank, must now decide whether he is willing to commit to his career both inside and outside the ring. To remain not only an undefeated champion but also one of the biggest names in the sport, he needs to stay focused. Though he hinted that another fight would take place before a rematch with Roach, Davis urgently needs an immediate rematch and a dominant victory over Roach to solidify his status as perhaps the most popular American boxer today.
Decision win. I was like, oh, yeah. I said, oh, shit, here it goes. But as soon as I heard that 114, I was just like, damn, all right, it's over with.
Many believe that Roach Jr. and his team have a strong case for getting the decision overturned if they appeal, a process they have already begun. Roach Jr. has hinted at this potential outcome on social media, openly discussing his knockdown appeal and what it could mean for the fight's result. On March 5th, he took to X, formerly Twitter, to express his frustration, writing, "Y'all tweaking if y'all think Buddy was off or had an off night. That stuff is just different there with me. I told y'all from the start, just because I feel like I won, y'all acting like I said he was easy work or something. The knockdown gives me a UD." He followed up with another post asserting, "I did take care of that in the ring. Ely, you are about to make me get on you with this bias. I know he your peoples, but leave it be. I ain't suing anybody, I'm just getting a clear knockdown situated that they robbed me of. Get it right, guy. Report that."
So, yeah, man, it's just crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's okay. We gonna run it back. It's okay.
When someone suggested that overturning the knockdown would result in a split decision win rather than a unanimous decision for Roach Jr., he fired back, saying, "Asterisk, the guy who scored the fight for Tank gave him that round. If the knockdown counts as 10-8 my way, that's a 3-point swing, so I would have won that card too. Go back to your cave, casual." Asterisk Roach Jr. is correct that a knockdown overturn would secure him a unanimous decision rather than a split decision victory, though he would likely be satisfied with either outcome. The major takeaway from the Davis-Roach fight wasn't that Tank had been exposed as a fraud or delivered a poor performance. Instead, it was that Roach fought masterfully, executing the perfect game plan with just the right level of talent to give Davis serious trouble.
You think about what happened in the 9th round. How frustrated are you that that wasn't counted as a knockdown?
Man.
That's not to say Tank doesn't deserve criticism for his performance. Many have pointed out his tendency to start slow and be excessively economical with his punches, a habit that either caught up to him or nearly did, depending on how you interpret the draw on his record. His actions in the 9th round also raised eyebrows, as he appeared to believe he could call a timeout by taking a knee. He also seemed to think it was within the rules to ask his corner to wipe grease from his eyes, assuming special treatment from referee Tony Willis, and getting it. These moments rightfully deserve scrutiny. However, Roach deserves more credit than Davis deserves criticism. He took on an elite counterpuncher and out-countered him, answering nearly every Davis left hook with a right hand. He didn't fall for Tank's traps and feints. Instead, he patiently waited, set his own traps, and executed a brilliant game
Honestly,
plan.
I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat.
When he traded punches, he did so just long enough to let Davis know he meant business before smartly disengaging and avoiding prolonged exchanges. He also proved to have a tremendous chin. While his defense, anticipation, and counterpunching minimized the number of clean shots he absorbed, he still took a few solid cracks to the jaw and remained standing to hear the scorecards read, something Tank's opponents typically don't get to do. Davis entered the fight as the betting favorite, and many in the boxing world dismissed it as a pointless mismatch. However, sharper observers of the sport recognized Roach as a challenger who could make it competitive. Still, even among those who believed in Roach's abilities, hardly anyone predicted the Reaper would be the one to put a blemish on Tank's perfect record.
Out his eye, he had the white sweat out his eye, but the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that.
The outcome is something of a lesson that superstars should take the biggest fights they can when they can. Because sometimes that marking time bout is the one that bites you still. Any damage to Davis's reputation can be quickly undone. All he needs to do is sign for an immediate rematch with Roach and get the win next time. At the post-fight press conference, Davis was teasing an unspecified bigger fight that he said would come first. Some speculated maybe that was Tank against Stevenson for argument's sake. Let's say that's precisely what Team Davis has in mind. Well, unfortunately, that fight just lost a lot of its luster.
But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win a majority decision.
Yeah, Lamont, this is Matt from Brunch Boxing. What explanation, if any, were you given about why that particular sequence was not properly called a knockdown?
Davis versus Roach 2 needs to happen, and it needs to happen next. The ideal location would be one where Davis's Baltimore fans and Roach's DC supporters can come together to create the most electric atmosphere possible. Somewhere outside the jurisdiction of New York's Tony Willis, who, while usually a solid referee, won't be on the commission's shortlist this time. That's the situation with Tank Davis right now, a once brilliant star, once seen as the heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather, who now finds himself facing an unfamiliar challenge. For the first time in his career, he must battle his inner demons and claw his way back from a position he has never been in before. At this moment, Davis has maintained his closest relationship with Adrien Broner, whom he bonded with during their time under Mayweather's wing. More recently, Davis played a crucial role in helping Broner get back on track after his long hiatus from boxing. Shortly before his comeback fight against Blair Cobbs, Broner revealed in an Instagram post that Davis had essentially saved him from spiraling. He admitted to struggling with binge drinking during a rough period, but everything changed when he received an unexpected call from Tank. The lightweight champion invited him to training camp, and since then Broner has remained focused. The former world champion expressed deep gratitude to the Baltimore native, writing, "I got a call from my baby bro Tank and he told me to come do camp with him. I've been on track ever since and he's been pushing me every day. So with that being said, I just want to thank you, Tank. Let's get what we deserve out of this boxing stuff, and laugh together on an island at the end."
I don't know, did y'all see me in the ring tell him to keep counting? he started counting. I was like, why you stop? Like, keep counting. But I honestly don't know. I don't know. But
from Roach. And there's a left uppercut that lands for Roach. Davis digs to the body. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaning with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee.
You take a knee like that, that looks like a knockout. All right? Back up. Back up.
That's a generous call from Roach.
Did he not take a knee?
Take the mouthpiece, took him out.
And that's right there.
Oh, here comes.
From the look of things, many might argue that Adrien Broner's absence brought a streak of bad luck for John Davis. Broner was in Davis's camp for his fight against Frank Martin, where Tank secured a brutal 8th-round knockout victory. However, the weekend before that fight, Broner suffered an embarrassing defeat to Blair Cobbs. When asked about what training camp looked like at that time, one reporter questioned Tank's coach about Broner's progress. In response, he said, "My thoughts are that he's doing what we need him to do. I'm seeing the transition. I'm seeing glimpses of what I used to watch when he was on TV and making a name for himself," said Ford.
Tank caught me like, yo, I need some help with this. You know what I'm saying? The AB came to me, and the great thing that I loved about the whole situation, from all the stuff AB went through, he was respectable. You know what I'm saying? He showed up, he did, Champ, I said, look, you're on my protocol now, and the results that he's seen, he in a good space. You know what I'm saying? We thought it was his hand hurt, but it was his...
According to the trainer, almost everyone had given up on the problem, but the reality is that he never truly left. "He's still here, so that means his mission isn't complete yet," he said. This opportunity that Tank gave him is his chance to show the world that he never left.
But I also know one thing, being too confident can get you killed. And I also know that about the game as well.
How did you know you had trouble with the law? How'd you find that out?
We ain't here for that.
We ain't here for that. But
Okay, but you have connections everywhere.
Hey, see, everybody thought he was gone, see?
Do you think he met Chapo? Do you think he met El Chapo?
I mean, I ain't worried about that, What up, Chapo,
But no, that's...
When another reporter asked whether Davis and Broner were happy to be working together in camp, the response highlighted a shift in their dynamic. It was noted that Tank seemed to be repaying Broner for all the
some
favors
stars
and
are
support he once
rising
received from him. In many ways, their roles have reversed compared to how things used to be earlier in their careers.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Does he look like Tank?
No.
Nah.
I'm about to get out of here.
Me too.
All right. So, message to your fans, Adrien. What do you tell people who love you and support you?
Support me, follow me, and I'll fight for y'all. You already know. AB, Adrien Broner, always ball.
Do you know which stars are coming yet?
Huh?
Which celebrities are coming to the fight?
Man, it's Miami. You know.
Everybody.
Everybody coming. And the off season. If you ain't in the playoffs, everybody go to Miami. You never know who you might see.
A fight like Tank versus Shakur, one that would be billed as a showdown to determine the best American boxer under 30, can't happen with one of them coming off a fight that most believe he should have lost as the favorite. Davis needs the Roach rematch, even though winning it won't be easy, to reignite interest in future matchups against Stevenson and other top-tier opponents. While a draw on Davis's record isn't a major blow to his marketability, the perception that he was second best in his last fight is. To move forward, he must replace that narrative with a more recent, decisive victory, one that leaves no doubt about his dominance in the ring.
Trainer Mike Stafford, kind of like a very No, but just in depth, like just point of just posting that, was that just to kind of reflect on how much he's meant to you leading into this fight?
Man, Coach Mike is everything to me. I promised myself before I hang the gloves up, I gotta become world champion for Coach Mike and for myself. That's the goal for sure.
You